I would say that the way money moves around the world today is really slow.
For 5,000 years, every time we did a transaction, we typically had a third party involved. There was approximately $4 trillion of transaction verification fees that are happening all over the world. That would include credit card fees, wire service fees, checkbook fees, particularly for lower and middle income people. They struggle with their local bank with these fees.
Today, you always have somebody in the middle and always extracting some rent.
We're moving into a world where that money can flow directly, and Solana is the fastest version of that network that lets it go directly from me to you.
Solana is the highway that money uses. So when money wants to go fast, it's going to use the highway.
It's fast, it's cheap, and it's scalable.
You don't have a gatekeeper. You don't have a person who tells you you can't get access to finance. And that's really what makes it all different.
So instant near zero cost for global payments is an enormous game changer.
The thing that Washington should know about Solana is that it's where the future is being built.
The United States is the crypto capital of the world and will remain so for three core reasons. Number one, human capital. I think the United States has the best developers, the best developer community in the world. Number two, the US is the capital of capital, access to capital, access to investment opportunities. US capital markets are the most robust in the world. Third, and perhaps most important, some of the core protections in the US Constitution align with the values of crypto. Free expression, self-custody are all ideas that I think are embodied in the US political system.
For a long time in different parts of the world, the policy hasn't aligned with the needs of builders and developers. Well, policy matters because the rules of the road matter. If they're not done correctly, developers aren't allowed to build.
And policymaking is going to give us the next maybe 100 years of rules that all of us need to follow as this tech develops.
In order to do that at scale, it's going to need high quality advocacy.
I think what's really encouraging for me is that in the past, this would have been a big deal. Who's controlling the House? Who's controlling the Senate?
And now that we have the Solana Policy Institute representing not just the Solana Foundation, but the entire Solana ecosystem in Washington, I think that's made incredible headway in making sure that Solana is seen as an important player.
There's an old saying in politics, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. The Solana Policy Institute is at every table that matters in Washington, working with regulators and legislators, Republicans and Democrats.
We've been able to, instead of being on defense, be able to actually work constructively to usher in a new wave of innovation in the United States.
Now that we're making strides in getting the rules of the road in place, like the Genius Act.
Namely, the Genius Act passing is huge for developers in every ecosystem because it is an example of us getting clarity for what is allowed and what is not allowed in the United States.
The Genius Act creates a clear and simple regulatory framework to establish and unleash the immense promise of dollar-backed stable coins.
The ETFs were approved by the SEC and began trading on the New York Stock Exchange. Now, retail and institutional investors can access solely the asset in their brokerage account.
Through the approval of the ETFs and staking, we can give Solana exposure to the advised channel to a lot more investors, and they can get access to that income stream.
Billions of people in the next 10 years are going to be holding US dollars as stable coins on Solana blockchain. This is going to change a lot of people's lives in very profound ways, and it's good for US national strategic interests.
Following the passage of Genius, other jurisdictions and policymakers have really looked to America to understand how to frame and craft their own versions of stablecoin legislation.
The fastest, cheapest, highest performing, most secure protocol is going to win, and that of course is Solana. And that's why banks like JP Morgan have chosen to build on the Solana public blockchain.
Our goal is to build a system that's durable for several decades, not one that's going to be influenced by any individual midterm election or presidential election.
What we're building on Solana, which is, yes, a financial movement, but also a cultural movement.
We have 7,000 people here at Breakpoint in Abu Dhabi from over 100 countries that are all building incredible applications on Solana and pushing the industry forward and never stopping and fighting hard, but also having an incredible time and celebrating the incredible Solana ecosystem together.
One of the top priorities for the Solana ecosystem in 2026 is working with Congress to pass durable legislation that provides Solana's builders, investors, and holders with fair tax treatment.
And that's a quick, easy win that we could score on behalf of crypto users and those who are staking to secure networks.
And we're going to just keep going until every single financial institution and every single investor on Earth is on Solana.